see you, man.
Good to see you too.
It's like the myth.
How you been?
I don't. Did we meet? I remember you would come around and be like, Derek Hugh's here.
Oh, I was just lurking in the shadows.
Yeah, you would lurk.
I was lurking.
And I was like, I don't have time to focus because I have to try to get through this next minute and 20 seconds. So I don't think we ever met.
No, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Pleasure, man.
Everybody says wonderful things about you.
Oh.
You and your sister. Like,
that's good.
Like universally beloved around that place.
Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad. Hopefully it's not too bad.
You won it 6 times, huh? Dancing with the Stars?
Yeah, 6 times. Yeah, it's out of 17. So
yeah, but that's
so
a
when I
pretty
say
good
it like
number.
so when I say it like that, it's funny. Julianne and I, we used to joke around because she's won it twice, but she only did 5 seasons. And I was like, well, I've won it 6, and she's like, yeah, but it's out of 17. So with the ratio,
You go on that show. How old were you when you first started Dancing with the Stars?
I was 22.
And
22 years old.
At that point, that show was a juggernaut.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was like 22 million viewers per episode, twice a week, twice a year.
And you were 22 years old.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Was
crazy.
it overnight? You can't walk down the street because people are like, "Oh, that's the good-looking dancer guy."
I would say overnight. When I first joined the show, nobody knew who I was, right? Because I joined season 5, and I had earned my spot essentially. And I was really young looking, and my partner didn't really. My first couple partners didn't want to be my partner when they first got me. They're like, "Oh man, I got Derek," and so I was like, "Oh, I got to earn it. I got to earn my right to be here." And but it was cool, man. Yeah, it was such a, like you said, a juggernaut. It really was, and we were doing arena tours and all sorts of things, and it's amazing. The show is incredible, by the way. I love the show so much. It's such a pleasure to have been a part of it.
It made you a household name. I mean, really. I mean, that's how I knew of you, was from the show back in the day.
Yeah.
And now you're out on a tour. So a lot of our cities are listening. Derek will be on May 9th in Louisville, on May 10th in St. Louis, on May 22nd in Denver, June 1st in Las Vegas at the Venetian. Well, I bet that pays good. June 5th in San Antonio, and then June 8th in New Orleans. And so a lot of other places. You can see them all up on your site, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
DerekHuff.com.
Yeah,
But I know a lot of these cities listen to our show, so I thought So what do? You go out and you dance for how long?
So what's great about this show is it's like a rock concert for dance. That's kind of the way I look at it. And for the first time, I actually have a live band with me. So I have live music on stage, with amazing, incredible dancers. And the dancers that I've sort of selected are the best of the best, from a contemporary to just all the different sort of disciplines. And we do Motown music, we do rock and roll, we do Latin, we do big band music, and just having the live saxophone, that live percussion and guitar and bass infused with the live dancing. It's been so much fun. The energy is nonstop, and yeah, man, it's been a blast. I love it.
You've done tours with your sister. Are you feeling your abs? I need some of those.
No, my stomach was just growling.
Oh, wow. We didn't hear that.
That was incredible.
I thought you were showing off your abs. I was like, all right, go ahead. So you and your sister toured together for a while, right? You did a few tours?
We did, yeah.
This is the first one where it's you.
Yes.
You feel like ticket pressure?
A little bit at the beginning, for sure. But once I went out there to the first show, the energy, again, that we kind of created in that room, that shared experience with the audience, it was just so amazing. And it's just continued, each show's just been fantastic. And, but yeah, I definitely felt a little bit of pressure, for sure, yeah.
Derek Huff is here. Also on that World of Dance.
Yes.
Where now you go from being the dancer to the dancing expert who dances to the dancing expert who actually sits back and talks and critiques.
Sure.
How's that been?
It's been great. I mean, for me, it's funny being a coach and being a mentor and what I do in general, and that's kind of what you do anyways, right? In behind closed doors, you critique, you sort of try to make things better. So now you're just kind of doing it behind the desk, sitting next to Jennifer Lopez, But it's amazing. Again, seeing the best dancing, they're just incredible from all over the world, and all different disciplines, different styles, and groups and soloists and duets. It's pretty incredible. It really, really is. It's so much fun to be a part of it. And actually, the final is coming up this Sunday, which I'm going to be dancing.
Oh, yeah.
I finally get out from behind the judge's desk and I go out there and dance, and I'm excited. It's fun.
You remember the first time you met J-Lo?
Yes, actually, a fun story with J-Lo. Actually, I went salsa dancing with her one time.
Recreationally, you guys just went and had fun.
Just had fun, and the live band was playing. We're doing salsa. I grab her, I'm dancing with her, and I I dip her, I pull her up, and she kind of runs away. She comes back, and I'm like, are you all right? And she's like, yeah, I was keep dancing. Half hour later, she goes, Derek. She opens her purse. She pulls out like a small animal, which is basically her hair, you know, because it was so much of it. When I dipped her, I stepped on her hair, and then I pulled her up and yanked out a bunch of her hair.
Oh.
And yeah, and then I thought that was the last time I'll ever see her ever again. I'm like, that's it. I'm done. And like a couple weeks later, she's like, hey, do you want to do this show? I would love for you to be a part of this World of Dance show.
So as you're dancing with Jennifer Lopez, like for fun, are you thinking, holy crap, I'm dancing with Jennifer Lopez? Or is this just a thing where you've danced with so many people and you've danced so long?
I will say, being on Dancing with the Stars, you know, you sort of get accustomed sort of to dancing with people that you like watch or that you're fans of, or that, you know, so you become, I wouldn't say desensitized, but you become a little bit more used to it. But I'll also say that I definitely had a massive crush on Jennifer Lopez. Definitely, I had like 3 posters on my wall for sure, and I've told her that. I've been very open about that. She's not gonna be like, wait, what? Yeah, so it was pretty cool. It was a cool moment for sure.
Derek Hough is here, and he's all over the country right now on his Derek Hough Live, the tour, and there's a live band playing, and I think that's different than even the shows that I've seen. Even the one when I went out and I did like 3 shows with Dancing with the Stars Live, because I kind of owed it to them. I didn't even dance. I said I didn't even dance on the tour. Because Derek, I'm not good. I know you look at me as a champion dancer.
Yeah.
You were the same,
Champ,
basically.
champ. Yeah.
We're looking at each other,
Yeah.
champ to champ. But I was like, you guys got to take me off the dancing. And so I didn't dance at all. And I just told jokes because I go out and do comedy. So I'd go out and do comedy. But on this, you go out and you dance with the live band as they're playing. You take on the road with you all these players. I mean, that's an expensive. That costs money.
It does. It does. You know, and I'm singing a lot more on this tour as well, which is great because a lot of people don't know that I do that. I did musical theater but no, it's a full out tour. One thing I did do actually is I took out all the LED screens for this particular show because in the past shows we've had a lot of LED and stuff. But I was like, you know what? I want to do like a theatrical show. Where it's just lighting and just the dancing that you're watching, and the band again. It just makes all the difference. You know what I mean? When you go to a concert, you hear the drum, you hear that kick drum, and it hits you in the chest. There's nothing like that feeling, and that's what I felt like was missing. So when I incorporated that, that took a long time too, because I was a part of all like the arrangements and, you know, like I play guitar, I play drums, and so it's a lot of fun. So I'll pick up a guitar, start playing it, take it off, start dancing.
You play music in the show.
Yeah.
What can he not do? Amy,
I know. I was just about to ask him.
He sings, he dances, he
Guitar,
acts,
drums.
he does it. Here's Derek Hough singing "Shallow." Here you go.
I'm on the deep end, watch as I dive in. I'll never meet the
Look at this. What do you not do? What do you not do?
cracks to the surface where they can't hurt us. We're far from
Are you super hungry?
I
see you
guess.
freaking
I
out.
don't
Right-
know.
We don't hear any stomach.
It was like going nuts right now.
Get
Like,
this guy a burrito.
Calm down.
Come on, get this guy a burrito.
Calm down. Yeah, that was, and actually I performed now in the show, and it's like a medley. It's a mashup. There's the other songs in there as well, and the dancers just do the most beautiful contemporary piece of this, and so athletic. This one, you know, Charity Anderson, she was on World of Dance season 2. She got a perfect score. You know, she's doing like 540 flips in 3-inch heels, Latin heels. I've never seen that in my entire life, and she does it every single night on my tour. And every night, I'm in absolute awe of these dancers because I've hired dancers that do things that I can't do. You know, like certain like the flexibility, their athleticism, doing flips, doing like 12 pirouettes and landing on a dime, and every night I'm watching them dance, and I'm like, what the? Oh my gosh, this is amazing! This is incredible! I get so excited about it. It's such a pleasure to be a part of.
How many shows a week are you doing? And how are you able to keep that up?
You know, right now, this stint right now is pretty been not so bad, but sometimes we do 6 in a row. We'll do 6 in a row, back to back to back in a different city every single night. Day off, 5 in a row. Day off, 4, maybe back to 6. So it's challenging, but you get into a rhythm. A lot of ice baths.
What are you eating?
Ice baths.
Walk me
Yeah.
through a morning. You wake up in the morning, Derek Hough, what do you eat?
In the morning, oatmeal, some eggs, protein shake.
Purposefully that stuff because of you trying to maintain like
To
your
fuel.
Yeah, fuel and also like
No Fruit Loops.
No,
Okay.
no, definitely not. But and also I eat the same thing each day, which is pretty boring. But I eat sweet potatoes, quinoa, and chicken with no sauce, just dry chicken. And
For lunch.
yeah,
Yeah.
lunch and pretty much dinner too. And part of that is, I don't want any surprises on stage. Just want to keep it kind of like
You don't want to poop your pants? Is that what you're
pretty
saying?
much, yeah.
Oh, that's a thing.
But also energy. But you don't want to like upset your stomach and like you're out there like because you can't leave the stage. So, but yeah, it's just the energy thing, man. Yeah.
If you have a treat, what do you have?
Twizzlers.
Oh wow!
Popcorn,
You go
maybe.
right for the most processed thing you could possibly have
know.
is a Twizzler.
It's plastic.
It's not even a real thing. Yeah,
It's
so you're not
literally
supposed
plastic.
to eat it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It even tastes like plastic too, which is weird. Like I don't even know why I even go for that, but yeah.
I saw on your Instagram that Lindsay Sterling recorded some music for you.
Yeah.
Who I brought her in to do my trio dance. She's a close friend of mine.
Oh, I love Lindsay.
Yeah.
I love her. I met her at a seminar years ago, and we just exchanged numbers, and we've done a few videos together and done a few songs together. And yeah, she plays on a bunch of the tracks in my tour. And it's so you can totally hear that because I had a lot of violinists and cello players and stuff playing some of the tracks. But when she plays, you're like, oh, that's Lindsay. She has her own sound, her own distinct, just tone, and it just adds to the show. It's really great. I love her.
I was watching the Tony Robbins documentary. You're
Yeah.
in that.
Yeah.
You go to Tony. I was moved by
That's
it.
where we met, actually. We met Lindsay.
You and
I
Lindsay.
met- yeah.
You saying that reminded me that I was watching that and I saw you. So tell me about this Tony Robbins because I watch him from afar and I'm like, holy crap.
He's the man. He really is. He's been a mentor of mine since I was really 15 years old. I was 15 and I saw him in Cardiff, Wales. My coach took me, and at first I was like, "What is this? This is crazy." There's thousands of people in this room. But a few things stuck with me at that young age, and for me, I attribute a lot of my success, really competitively as well, to a lot of those tools that I learned from him. And I've been so blessed and fortunate to have been able to meet him, become friends with him, and he's a force of nature, man.
And
He's
what
a
does he
force of
say?
nature.
How does he relate to you? Like, what has he said that you're like, oh, that resonates with me?
Well, one thing I will say too, especially being a competitor, where you don't always, or a performer, where you don't always feel like it, right? Just the ability to change your state at any given moment, to change the way you feel. And there's sort of like these three different things that you talk about, like your physiology, the way you physically move your body is the fastest ways to change the way you feel. Your language and your focus, right? Because where your focus goes, your energy flows. So I actually talk about that a lot when I'm helping people with nerves, on Dancing with the Stars. When I was working with like Kelly Pickler, for instance, who had, a lot of nerves before we went out there and danced. When we deal with nerves, when I found actually this was like one of the biggest pieces of advice is that I get from people who ask me like, how do I handle my nerves? And I say, well, being nervous and being excited are identical physically. There's no difference. The only difference is the word you're using, the language. And when you're using the word nervous, it's actually it's pulling your focus to all the things that can go wrong, right? So where your focus goes, your energy flows. So if you literally just change the language, change the word to, ooh, I'm excited. I'm excited. Even if you fake it, just I'm excited. What's happening is then all of a sudden your focus is going towards all the things that are going to go right. I'm going to nail this routine. I'm going to go out there. The audience are going to love it. The judges are going to love this. And all of a sudden, you're ready to go out there and you change your state just by changing the language and your focus. So things like that for me were really, really useful when I competed before Dancing with the Stars and also performing, theater, night after night, 8 shows a week. And among other things as well. For me, mental health and just sort of the human condition for me is just a very fascinating and I'm very, it's just very important to me. It's very important to me. So anyways.
Yeah, no, I saw you. And I was
Yeah.
like, and I just, when you were talking about that seminar, I was like, I wonder if that's the same one. That's cool.
Yeah.
Of all of the partners that you won at Dancing with the Stars with, and I have them here, who was, and I mean this in the most loving way, the one that was the hardest to win with? Because I was a very difficult partner to win with. I didn't know what I was doing.
Hardest to win with.
It was because you had the girl from Amber from Glee who was a legit dancer.
Sure, yeah.
Like, didn't she have some training? Was she in Beyonce's
She-
single
she
lady
was-
video?
No.
It wasn't her?
No. I think you're thinking of the other
Was there another Glee girl? Okay, I'm thinking of the
Yes,
wrong girl then
yes.
from Glee.
Yeah, no, Amber, well, she had some medical things, like her knees and her ankles were really, really bad. So there would be times when we didn't rehearse at all, or I would choreograph routines where we would be sitting down a lot just to try to help her. I had to get kind of creative in that way.
Was Pickler a good dancer?
Pickler was a great dancer.
Really?
Like that, she was like one of the biggest surprises I would have to say, because she never really danced, but she had the most beautiful extension and gorgeous feet.
Gorgeous feet.
I don't hate you, Derek, but I hate your ways sometimes. She don't say that. I love it. But that routine that Kelly Pickler and I did was one of my favorites, because our freestyle routine, because I think that, can't remember who was, I think it was Zendaya and Val, actually, I think were like kind of poised to win. And we did this routine. Everybody was doing these big, freestyles, and we were like, you know what, we're just gonna do a contemporary dance. That was before that was sort of on the show, you know what I mean? We were kind of one of the first ones to do that, and so it was a risk. It was a taking a chance, and we never got through that routine once until the show, until the actual night. And so if you go back and watch the video, you'll see me hold her and shake her at the end, like, "Oh my gosh, we just did this! I can't believe it!" Because every lift we fell out of. There's this one thing we did where she leaned and like touched the floor. I don't know why I didn't take it out, because it never worked. But it was cool, man. She was great. She was great.
You know who I've become friends with is Amy Purdy,
Yes.
who I think you guys finished second.
Yes.
But you talk about an inspiration, because she got meningitis
Unbelievable.
and lost like the bottom parts of her legs. And she was your partner.
Yeah.
And she would talk about how she really wasn't able to move around well until she started training dance with you.
That was one of the most fulfilling seasons that I had on Dancing with the Stars, because there was a moment that I'll never forget that for me moved me tremendously, and this is what makes Dancing with the Stars so special to me. Was I was in the rehearsal studio, and she just started crying. She started crying in the corner, like on a stool, with her legs crossed. And I told her, I was like, "Oh no, what did I say? What did I say? Oh no, are you okay?" And she goes, No, this is the first time I've felt feminine since I lost my legs. And just to see like that, like her core just kind of explode and sort of blossom and to become this sort of like this dancer, and seeing her move and this confidence and this belief, and she's already an amazing athlete, in what she does, but to sort of get in tune with this feminine energy of hers was beautiful. And she's just an amazing person.
Yeah,
too.
really
Incredible.
One of the treats that I took away from being on that show was meeting her, spending time with her, and then continuing on being friends with her.
Yeah.
So she loves you.
Yeah,
Well,
she's great.
Listen. You come in. Your grandparents were dancers. Your parents danced. You
Yeah.
dance. Your sister dances. You're all elite dancers.
So many dancers.
So many dancers. Derek Hough, 2019 Derek Hough Live, the tour. You go to derekhough.com. Again, a lot of our cities are listening to the show where he's coming to town. So go see him, derekhough.com. Got a live band, which I respect, because holy crap, that's rehearsal. That's traveling
It's a
them. That's
lot.
moving them all around. That's also dancing with it maybe not being exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's a lot of human element to that.
There is, and actually it's quite fun because the drummer, because I played, before I danced I was a drummer, and so I love drums so much. There's a lot of percussion in this show, and when he does like a little lick that's different, I'm always like kind of turn my head, like I'm like, ooh, that was nice. But yeah, it's great, man. It's a blast. It's so much fun.
Well, real pleasure to meet you, man.
My pleasure, man.
I'd
Thank you.
seen you from afar lurking, but I was too busy trying to be, we'll call it excited about my next dance.
Yes.
So I was
It's about